Hey guys, it's Thursday, and this week's topics are dealing with people's reactions in public, like just the way that people look or judge you for being gay or being with a girl. And the other one is long distance relationships, how to show affection and connect with that person despite the distance. And I think I'm just going to touch on the first topic. It is hard sometimes to be in public because you do get a lot of negative like feedback from people, whether it's just the look, on their faces or like the staring. I have people stare at me a lot, and I know that like it's hard to it's hard to know actually whether they're judging you or not. Sometimes people are just looking at you because they're trying to figure out whether you're a girl or a boy. For some reason, that's a popular one. Kids stare at me a lot. They're just kind of like I think they just like are kind of intrigued as to like I'm like really confusing their idea of gender. Um, but like it's difficult because in a social setting you're going to experience situations where people are unaccepting whispers, talking blatant situations where someone might comment on your sexuality. I know that um, my friend was at a Wawa and she was with her friend Grayson, and he's trans, and he was wearing like these like tighter like colorful pants, and somebody said like something to the effect of like those are some like faggy ass pants you're wearing, and like things like that, like they happen, and it's really unfortunate, but it does happen. Sometimes you also like misconstrue what people are looking at you for, like I know there's times where I think people are staring at me and judging me when they might not be. So like it's important to realize that not everybody is as unaccepting as you might think. I actually was in a grocery store, and this guy was like staring at me, and I was like getting really irritated because I'm like, dude, like what the hell is your problem? Stop looking at me. And he's staring, and then he starts like laughing to himself. He is just like giggling. Like I mean, he couldn't control himself. Like he's fucking laughing at me. And like I got really uncomfortable, and I'm looking at Jess and I'm like, dude, this guy is laughing at me. And I was like, is he laughing at me because I'm gay? Like I'm really confused. Like is he laughing at us? And I literally like just looked at him, and then I was like, what? Because he wouldn't stop laughing. And he was like, oh, nothing. It's just that you're wearing an Argentina jersey, which I was wearing. I have a soccer jersey, and he's like, I'm from Brazil, and he's like, it's just funny because my friend is Argentinian, and he's a big supporter of, and what, like, he told me this whole story about how like his like how he was reminded of something funny because of what I was wearing. Had nothing to do with me being gay. And unfortunately, like because of my negative experiences, I like kind of assumed that it might have something to do with that because I couldn't think of any other reason why he would be laughing. I think it's important that you realize that sometimes you could be wrong about people judging you, like not to expect the worst from everyone. But there also will be times where you are being judged, or people are like exhibiting prejudice against you, and and that's the time where you need to decide how you're going to let that affect you and how you're going to react to that. I don't know. I just think that's like the way that you can own those situations. Like if you can realize that like those situations shouldn't be like a deterrent for you showing who you are. Like you need to be proud of who you are and realize that like although like a lot of people are gonna let being gay define you, like it's just one of the things about you. It's not everything about you, and those people are losing out by not getting to see what kind of person you actually are, and they're just judging you based on your sexual orientation, which is extremely unfair. And if you can just take like that opportunity to realize that maybe there's someone out there that sees you and is inspired or like uplifted, or maybe somebody who's like uh, thinking about being a little bit more open and proud and has been like kind of closeted, or felt like they're stuck in this silence. You might be the person that they see and just think, I want to be like that person. I just want to be able to walk around the mall and not care what people think. Um, and so I think that's the important thing to remember is that, yeah, there might be times where you have to experience the bad parts of it, but it's like it's important to remember what what the benefits are to being open and being yourself and not having to be um, ashamed or feel like a lesser human being just because somebody else is a bigot, basically. Um, yeah, so I think that's the moral of what I really wanted to point out. And I hope that you guys I hope you guys feel that you can be yourselves, because that's something that's really important to your own happiness, is not feeling like you're hiding. Quick story, really quick, and then I'll let you guys go. Um, so I've been thinking a lot lately about coming out to my family, my extended family. My parents know, but they're not accepting. And my aunt came today, and we went to eat lunch at Panera Bread. And I decided that I was going to tell her maybe today, and I wasn't sure if I was going to go through with it. And then after lunch, we came back to my apartment, and we were just sitting and talking. And we were like talking about my parents a little bit. They're kind of friends with my parents because my aunt is like my mom's stepsister, and they go down there to hang out. So I'll just like kind of blurt it out. Like at one point in time, I was just like, "Well, I'm gay. I don't know if you knew that." And there was like an awkward silence for a minute, but then um, she was like, "No, I didn't know." She's like, "Well, I mean, like there has been like times I thought maybe, but I didn't want to assume." She's like, "But no, that's completely." She's like, "I'm gonna love and accept you no matter what," and it just like warmed my heart so much. Like I feel like I could cry right now, because most of my family is really unaccepting, and I'm just so happy that there's someone in my family that's supportive. And she even like offered to talk to my parents, and I was like, I don't think they're gonna want to talk about it, but I don't know, just like it just is another thing that reminds me of the importance of being who I am. I mean, I've been in a relationship for almost 2 years with Jess, and I haven't been able to share that part of my life with a lot of people because I'm worried about what they think. And honestly, like sometimes, yeah, what people think is gonna be painful, but there's other times where it's gonna free you. It's gonna make you feel like yourself again, and you just feel like you don't have to hide that. And that is just a wonderful feeling, and I hope that everybody gets to experience that, because for people that aren't gay, they don't, for the most part, they get to just be themselves and are accepted for it. um, and I don't want to be judged based on who I'm sleeping with. So um, yeah, so that's about it, guys, and thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you guys next Thursday.